Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Did you hear my clap?
No.
I did. Oh, you guys never hear it. Go
no,
off of yours.
Those cheeks are too far away.
Anyway, hello and welcome to another episode of Cousin Wives.
They're cousins and their wives. Don't you know they're the cousin wives? With all our money and I need to. Who knows what the hell they're gonna do? Don't wanna listen, well it's true and bad. One of them laughs while the other gets mad. Check your man and check if it's butter. Cause this show ain't no like no other. It's Cousin Wives.
I'm Nani.
And I'm Armani. You're really just gonna gloss over my joke?
What was your joke? About cheeks?
That we couldn't hear your clap.
Done.
And I said, because your cheeks are too far away, girl.
Oh my god, I just got
Clap normally.
I'm sorry.
It's
Dude,
okay.
I've been so out of it. Just
Yeah, same. That's why we haven't been recording.
True. Very true.
I mean, we have been recording this whole time.
Oh yeah, why wouldn't we?
I've been here this whole time.
But you know, the IT department
No,
doesn't
it's
get
the
it
IT.
to.
They're lagging.
We have like what 30 episodes just ready to be edited, and they're just I don't know what they're doing.
They've all been we sent them for approval, and they've all just been declined. IT and management is like, we cannot air this.
We're getting fired. I mean, they're getting fired.
I mean, they're getting fired. We need a new management team that allows us to just do what we want.
Pretty much.
Sorry, honey, you're fired.
You're fired. You're hired. You're fired.
You're fired again. Yeah, but anyways.
Anyway.
How have you been? I haven't really spoken to you either. Well, we talk every now and then, but you know.
Do we though? No, I'm kidding. I've been okay.
We only talk to each other when we record. That's it.
Other than that, we have no other contact.
Nope.
Absolutely
not.
I've been okay. I feel like the grief's starting to hit me this week, so I've been feeling really down and like not wanting to do much. But
you said the grief?
Yeah.
Oh,
losing my grandma. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been kind of bad the beginning of the week, but I'm better now.
That's good.
Work has been
that
really
you feel
slow.
Better.
I feel better, yeah. Work has been kind of slow, so I've been doing a lot of shenanigans at work. I don't know. Okay, so last week, a couple weeks ago, I went to Yogurtland and they gave me a free spoon, one of those big ones, you know, the big spoons. It was a yellow one. So then tell me why I took that to work, and I took it to one of our education meetings, and I started using it like a microphone. And I was like, right in my face, and I'm like, okay, guys, so I wanted to talk about, and it's the director, the administrators, my boss, the other managers, and like my boss loves when I do dumb shit like that, because like we don't take this place seriously. And she had like a wand in her hand, and she like would point it at me as if she was like having me speaking to a microphone, and she'd be like, Adriana, anything to add? And then like I would say something, and then I'd put my spoon in front of her, and we would just be talking. Like it was so bad. And the director was like, why do you have a spoon? And I'm like, why not? Like, why would I not bring a spoon to this meeting?
You should have been like, why don't you? Where's your spoon?
I know, right? And my boss was just dying, dude. So I did that. And then I mailed my coworker a picture of me, and then a picture of my coworker using this filter. I'm about to share it with our chat so you could see, so you can have a visual. And so we mailed that to her, and we mailed her coupons because she brought a cucumber the other day, and we were like, you were looking kind of happy with that cucumber, and we were like, we saw you coming out of that restroom. So then we made her coupons for a cucumber bundle, and then anal beads, I think, and then like a dildo or something. And like we mailed it in the district like legit envelope, and I stamped it with an important stamp. And she just got it the other day. She was like, like, I hate you guys so much. And her husband was like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh my god.
So I've been doing that. What other shenanigans did I do?
What the fuck? How do you have a job?
I don't know.
How?
Because I'm good at what I do, that's why.
Right, apparently.
And
I would have fired you if I were your boss.
Dude, in the meeting, I was like, I know you guys think I'm a goofball, but I get my stuff done. Like, I get my job done. And they were like, no, we know. And I'm like, yeah, you better know. So there's that. And then what else did I do? Oh, we have a running joke where my coworker who's in my department, I'm always like, right? And then her name. And then everyone does it now, or like I'll volunteer her like for anything. They'll be like, oh, does anyone want to like do this? And I'm like, oh, she says she'd do it. So we were in the meeting and she wasn't even there, mind you. Like, she wasn't there at the meeting. And then one of the administrators goes, oh, so who wants to take over this team building activity for the meeting? And I was like, oh, let's call her Jay. She was like, I was like, Jay said she's gonna do it. And she was typing her name, and then I was like, I'm just kidding. And then she was like, okay. So then she, like, later on, she was like, okay, so who's going to do this activity? And I was like, oh, Jay said she'd be more than happy to do it. And then she was like, she's not even in this meeting. Why do you keep volunteering her? And I was like, just because. And the director, like, didn't say anything. And my boss was dying. And I had the spoon, and I was pointing at the, like, at the board with my spoon. It was great.
Oh, my God.
So how's your week been?
Y'all have too much fun.
Oh my god.
Like,
dude.
For working at a school district, you guys have way too much fun.
Dude, because that place sucks, man. Like, management's horrible. Like, they don't know what they're doing. We could do a lot more with this program if they would just listen to us little people and pull through and stuff, but I'm not stimulated there enough. Yeah. I mean, at home I am. No, but seriously, like, but seriously, I am not stimulated at work at all. Like, I don't know. Like, I need something else, but yes, because when I get bored, I get silly.
Yeah.
And
we heard. Heard.
I'm known to be walking around just shenanigans left and right.
Yeah, that's great though. I can't, like, I guess I can, but I feel like eventually it would backfire. No, I don't want to. My boss, well, she's on leave right now, so she won't be back till like September.
Oh yeah, you were telling me.
Yeah, and so the temporary manager right now, he's on vacation, but like I can't imagine doing any of that shit. They'd be like, Raquel, can you take this more seriously? You know? Or just step out. One more. Our coworker was gone for like 3 days, and when he came back, while he was gone, we flipped everything upside down on his desk and like on his cubicle wall. So like all his pictures, his frames, his chair was upside down. Like everything was upside down, and he was so mad. I would be too.
Okay, yeah, there we go. That was it.
Next time, just put everything in Jell-O. That's the office joke. Just put everything in Jell-O.
We would get in so much trouble.
Yeah, but it'd be so funny.
It
and then
would.
You have a snack.
You're right.
And then, I mean, obviously don't eat the office supply, but... Or do. I don't give a shit.
I just might.
I'm not your mom.
No, you're not. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. And,
I've been good. Work is very slow right now because no one's at the university. They're on summer break. Thank God. Fuck.
Fuck them
kids.
Are
fucking annoying. But yeah, it's been fairly chill, honestly. Like, I read.
You know how? I thought you were illiterate.
I mean, I am, but I have one of my
a picture
coworkers who's a college student read it to me.
What have you been reading?
Right now I'm reading a series called The Green Rider. I'm on the 5th book out of 7. Girl, this shit's fucking good. Or at least to me it's good. Yeah, it's pretty good. I highly recommend it. I actually one of my friends, I actually got him to, like, I think buy the Audible version.
Oh God, Pedro
So
loves those.
Yeah, I'm really excited to hear what he thinks about it because it's one of my favorite series. Anyone listening, I highly recommend. Unfortunately, it's not sponsoring this.
I know, I was gonna
podcast,
say.
but it's okay. I'd do it for free.
You know what?
But
I
yeah,
won't pay me. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I'm down to like the last 200 pages of the 5th book, so I should be finishing that up this week and then move on to the next book. But yeah, it's so slow that I'm literally getting paid to just like read a good book. So
Dude, that was me last week.
Yeah.
I read a book, and my other cousin on my mom's side just so happened to get the same book. So we were reading it like together, and it was really fun.
Yeah.
It's called The People We Meet on Vacation. It's really good. I recommend it. It's a I guess romance. Comedy. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm like, is it fantasy?
No.
I really love the fantasy genre.
Oh, me
Romance
too.
is, I mean, it depends how steamy it gets. If it's super steamy, I'm in. If it's like a kiss, it's boring.
Every kiss begins with Ew.
Ew.
Ew. No, but yeah, it's really good. It's a little steamy, but
okay. All right. Maybe I'll read it. I don't know.
I recommend Under the Oak Tree. That's what you need to be reading.
Under the Oak Tree. That sounds so familiar.
It's so good. I started with the manhwa, and then I found out that there was a novel, and they have it on Amazon. It's been translated from Korean, and it's really good.
Oh, okay.
It's really, really good. I recommend it. It's all over the place. Like the ads for it. That's where I found out online.
Is it like a top-rated manhwa right now?
Yes, it is. It's really good. I recommend it. It's really steamy.
Ooh.
With cochina. Yeah, that's what you want. So, I recommend it 100%.
Yeah. With steamy stuff, I don't mind it, but like, there's definitely shows.
Yeah.
That I've watched where like there's sex scenes everywhere, and I'm like, I skip it. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
It's like because like after a while, if you're just throwing it in there, it's like
it's kind of like I don't care. You
whatever.
know, I really like. Okay, you fucked. Oh, great. Okay, let's move on.
Let's just skip, please.
Escape. Yeah, but yeah, that's it.
And it's a great way to stay in shape.
What you said? To take a shit?
No, to stay in shape. That too, though. Anyway,
on to the actual topic of this episode,
which was not what we just talked about.
No, not at all. Today's topic is jealousy. I don't know why. I was like earlier this week. I finally had like motivation to do stuff, I guess, and so I messaged you and I was like, what if we do jealousy? And I already had like a bunch of stuff typed up already, and I'm like, actually this could be a pretty decent episode or an interesting episode to record, so that's what we're gonna do.
And I was like, oh, why is she messaging me? I'm just kidding.
And you're like, oh, I thought I blocked her. Damn it, how she got my new number. But yeah,
it's really good. I like that. I was like, okay.
Yeah, so I guess we could just go into it. I did have a bunch of series of questions that I really want us to get into.
Go for it.
I want us to talk about like our opinions and our personal like experience with jealousy, if we have any, and stuff like that.
Oh, girl,
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But yeah, let's start off by trying to define jealousy for either of us.
Yeah.
Like, what is jealousy? When does it occur? When do we feel it? And stuff like that. And I'll have you go first.
Why me?
If you want to.
Okay. What was the question?
What is jealousy to you, at least?
Jealousy to me is when. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, you're right. You got some points.
I mean, I guess I don't even know how to explain jealousy for me.
yeah, I was thinking about this last night, and I'm like, how would I define jealousy? Because it's a very, like, specific but also broad emotion.
Because it could be, I mean, I guess romantic jealousy.
Yeah, there's also, like, different, like,
Yeah.
types of jealousy, if that makes sense. But
I guess
I think it stems. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
I think it stems from, like,
Insecurities.
I was gonna say, like, something missing or insecurities. But there's also different types of jealousy. So there could be romantic. There could be, like, territorial, and those are the two I primarily, like, associate jealousy with.
Right.
Obviously, if you're ever in a relationship, or you find, or you're in love with someone, or you like someone, you see them hitting it off with someone else, yeah, you're gonna get a little mad, you know?
Throw hands.
Because it's like, you know, that's not you, even though, well, depending on what stage of relationship you guys are in relationships, maybe we see, like, I don't know if this is, like, a healthy thing to see, but a lot of us, when we're in love, we also see our partners as kind of a possession, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah,
he is mine, or she is mine.
Well, Pedro knows he mine, so.
Yeah, so if someone else tries to, like, quote unquote, quote, steal them, yeah, we get mad, of course. So that's, like, the romantic one. And then the territorial one is just, like, in general, like, don't touch my stuff, you know, or this is mine. And but I think that's more, like, childish.
Yes.
Of course. And I think that's what most of us feel. Or at least most of us have experienced feeling. If I made any sense, because I feel like I'm not coherent ever.
Yeah, but I understand.
I don't know why I made a podcast.
It helps you with forming sentences and ideas and all that.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
Why. No, I agree. But I also think about, like, materialistic stuff, or, like, like, career wise. Like, I have found myself in the past being jealous of others who are doing a lot better career wise.
Yeah.
But again, it was more of me being insecure, and now I'm just like, I don't care. You know, like, I'm happy where I am, and I don't care anymore. So, and that was because of therapy, and I worked through it, and I was like, okay, like, I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just,
yeah, I've definitely felt that that jealousy of people either my age or people younger than me being more successful. Well, quote successful. Yeah. But it's also like, how do you define being successful too? Like, initially when I was younger, I've always associated success with having a lot of money. And, you know, I see people my age or younger, and they have, like, a lot more wealth than me. And obviously I'd be like, yo, what the fuck? You know, I feel like almost like it's almost unfair.
Yes.
But then as I've gotten older, I've kind of redefined what success means. So I've strayed away from it being just money and it being, well, am I happy? You know? And I think compared to how I was when I was specifically in my, like, early 20s, and now that I'm gonna be 30 in November.
You're old.
Okay, you're older.
No, not us youngins over here.
Where? I don't see them.
Girl, right here. Anyway, jerk.
But yeah, sorry. But yeah, as I get older, I kind of see, like, I don't even like the term successful anymore. But when I do think of success, I do think of happiness. And again, I'm a lot happier than I was when I was in my early 20s. But it also helps that I'm a lot more financially stable now than I was in my 20s. And when I left college. It also helps that I have a good partner here with me.
I mean, I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. It also helps that I married someone who's genuinely good.
Yeah, he is. I hate to admit it, but he's a good man, I guess.
We hate to see it.
I hate to admit it.
Just kidding. I have good friends. I have good relationships with my siblings. With my parents, there's still like some inner turmoil with them, but what I care more is how I am with me and my brothers and my sister.
Yeah.
So overall, I think I'm doing fine. I know to other people's standards, especially in like a very capitalistic society, I'm probably not that well off, and honestly, I don't really want to be.
And honestly, fuck you, whoever thinks we're not successful.
Yeah. I mean, you're entitled to have your own opinions, but it's also like keep those opinions to yourself, because we all have different definitions.
Exactly.
Of stuff,
we all have our different goals, our different standards, and they're our own. So yours shouldn't apply to us.
Exactly. So keep it to yourself.
Calladito se mira más bonito.
We need Josh to add in subtitles. Even he's gonna be like, I don't know what this says. It's just like a question mark.
It's just gonna say Spanish. And that's
She's
it.
speaking in Spanish.
And that's it. And yeah, Google it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or find a friend that speaks Spanish and tell them to translate.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or
learn. Just learn Spanish.
Oh, yeah,
I feel like I need to relearn Spanish.
What?
Because I sound like a white girl when I speak Spanish, and it's like awful.
I don't. I use Spanish every day at work.
I don't at all.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. So moving on to the next question. I guess part of it is like, when does jealousy occur, or when do we feel it?
Girl, when I see them bitches, I'm just kidding.
All up on my man.
All up on my man. I've told you, right, that these college bitches call my husband daddy and king.
Yeah.
I
think the king is fine.
But
low-key.
daddy
is a little weird. But that's just like in general. If you're,
Dude,
I mean, not to shame anybody. You do what you want. Do what makes you happy. But like, if you have the whole daddy kink, whether you're a guy or a girl, that's a little weird. You should probably seek therapy.
I had to stop calling my dad daddy because of this weird shit. I was like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, I can't call my dad daddy anymore because I'm just like, oh, it's just so weird.
It's so weird.
Because people ruined it.
I just started calling him bro. What's up, bro? I'm just kidding.
I remember I called my dad dude once, and he got so mad. He was like, I'm not one of your little friends. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh god.
And then I still called him dad. I mean, dude, I don't care.
Oh my goodness. I just call mine Pops. I'm like, hey Pops.
Yeah.
Sometimes
that's a good one.
Poppy, can't even call him Poppy sometimes because it's so weird.
Because people ruin shit for us.
Fuck you
all
guys.
The time. And if you're listening, fuck you.
Man, ruined my. I'm just gonna call him sir. Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Okay. So, is it ever okay to feel jealous? Let's talk about that.
Damn. I am a jealous person. I could lie and say no, but my husband will be like, you're a fucking liar. Get out of here.
Lying through her teeth.
I get so, dude, I get heated. Like, because Pedro has a very, very colorful background. Like, he's very experienced. Let's leave it at that. And whenever he'd bring up his past bitches, I would get so mad, and I just did not want to hear about it. It would just piss me off knowing that he had other bitches before me.
Yeah.
And like sometimes my brother and my other cousin would like laugh because I would get so mad. So sometimes they would purposely bring up past bitches so I can get mad at Pedro. And they got a kick out of it.
Yeah,
And,
I'm sure.
And like in the beginning, like very early on in our relationship, my husband's ex, almost fiance, like he went out with this girl for like, I don't know, it was like on and off for like 7 years, I think. Like,
Oh my god, 7 years?
yeah, like we were like, Pedro and I were already living together in LA, that apartment that we always had there, Kales.
Yeah.
And she would still text him, and then she would get like panic attacks, and she would call him like at all the time, just like at odd hours of the night. And I was trying to be okay with it, but I got to a point where I told him, like, I don't want you talking to her anymore like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you shouldn't talk to her like that often, and you should not be her go-to. Like, you guys are done. Like, she needs to find someone else. And I think she already had a man by then. And I was like, why aren't you talking to your man about it? This is my man.
Yeah.
I peed on him. He's mine. He has my scent and everything. Get
Not
your
the
own.
pee.
Yes, the pee. Anyway, so I don't know, like, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to say that it's ever a good reason to be jealous, but I don't think I was jealous. I was more annoyed because I was like, girl, leave my man alone.
like ultimately you're like, fuck off, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because like, you guys aren't together anymore. You have a new man. Why are you still bothering mine?
Exactly.
You know?
So I put my foot down. Yeah.
Were they like really good friends before? I mean, it was a 7-year relationship. That's a really long time.
I believe it was, because I want to say they were together in high school, and then like even after almost like towards the end of college maybe. And they were just on and off, and they had a lot of issues, and I think he said he was gonna propose or something. I'm sorry if I wasn't supposed to say anything, babe, but anyway.
We'll just have him bleep it out. It's okay. We'll cut this part out.
Nah, don't bleep it. It's fine. And what else? But yeah, so that was one of the things where like I don't know if, I guess I did get a little jealous, and I was insecure because like this is somebody that he was with for such a long time, you know, and they have so much history.
Yeah.
And I don't trust bitches. I don't trust bitches.
And
I trust my man. I trust my man, but I don't trust bitches.
Yeah.
And even to this day, I still hate hearing about his past bitches. I'm his current bitch.
I think that's normal.
Right? I think it's just in our nature. I think it's normal and it's okay to feel it, but then again, you have to kind of reflect, you know?
Why
and
you're
like,
feeling it.
Yeah. You know, and then I know for sure, like, I had a lot more insecurities than I do now. And that's what would cause me to get even more jealous than I get now.
Mm-hmm.
And that has, like, a big part of it, because you're not sure of yourself, you know? And I would always compare myself to, like, past girls he was with.
Yeah.
You know? Or I throw the, oh, you must have done that with your past bitch because it wasn't me, you know? Like, things like that.
Yeah.
Even though I was sometimes just because I wanted to say it. But I don't know. It's normal, but not when you start like asking them where they're going, maybe getting violent, looking through their stuff, tracking them. Like, dude, I have a coworker that tracks her husband at all times, and when he turns off like the tracking thing, she'll call him and be like, "Why'd you turn it off? Like, why don't you want me to see where you are?" And I'm just like,
well, has he like cheated in the past before?
Never.
Okay, that's
never.
A little weird.
She's a weird one.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you?
Weird.
What about you?
Well, to answer the question, is it okay to be jealous? I think it's okay just because I think it's a normal reaction to like certain situations or to certain stuff that you're
Yeah.
interacting with. So I think it's a very normal reaction to have, or a normal feeling to have. It's really how you deal with it is what becomes the issue. Just going back a little to like how you were saying you would compare yourself to like Pedro's exes or whatever. I feel like I got really lucky with Josh because he doesn't have any exes.
Oh yeah.
He has, or he had a thing for a girl like way back when
I fucked that bitch.
weren't
I'm
even
just kidding.
we weren't even
Just
like
kidding.
friends yet. Like,
Oh wow.
like he was like, at the time he was my friend's friend because we met through a really good friend of ours. Shout out to Gabriel. And he essentially like introduced us and whatever, and even then we didn't even like each other initially. but he was really into this girl, and it was like, again, we were like, you know, in the similar circle of friends. Like we were never directly friends, but they were like friends of friends, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
So it was like kind of like that, and I think he stopped liking her because she wasn't that great, and she started seeing someone else. And I guess at the time Josh and her were still, they were good friends, and they've been good friends for like a few years until she got into a relationship with someone else, and she pretty much just cut him off as well as their other friends.
You know what?
So it was like a whole thing. But like that's the closest thing he got to an ex, and she's not even really an ex. They never even did anything. They never kissed. They never even dated. So like, yeah, I'm like, I kinda got lucky.
Man.
So, well, that's, yeah, anyways.
Do you get jealous now?
Now, not so much. Actually, no, not at all. Or, yeah, no, now not so much. Like, all of Josh's friends are my friends. There's no secret friends or secret women that he talks to that I don't know. And it's the same thing with me. Everyone I know, he knows. So, yeah.
Okay.
But I do get like weirdly possessive over like material stuff. Like, I don't like people touching my computer. I don't like people driving my car. Is that normal? Like, it's kind of like, oh, don't touch it, you're gonna mess it up, I'll just do it, you know? Is that like weird? You're like,
no.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
I'm like that about some stuff.
Yeah, I think it's definitely like stuff that's like more expensive. I've spent a lot of money on my computer alone. So
no, that makes sense.
When I see other people like trying to get on it, I'm like, absolutely not, get away from it. You know?
No, that makes sense. Because it's like you worked hard and paid so much for that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's the same thing with my e-bike. I literally saved up for like a year to buy it. And I have it. I want absolutely no one to touch it. That shit was expensive.
No,
but it was like, but it was honestly like the best thing I've ever bought.
No, I think that's normal.
Yeah.
I think that's normal.
But when I was younger, I definitely felt jealous. But also, it's so weird, like, from my own experience of jealousy. When I get jealous, I feel it. You know, you feel the initial, like, almost annoyance or, like, anger.
Yes.
Not anger, but, yeah, I guess anger.
No, it's like,
but
you
feel irritated, right?
Yep.
And for me, like, I don't know if this just this really stems from like my own internal issues.
Yeah.
When I get jealous, I initially get annoyed, and then immediately my mood just like plummets, and it goes into like almost depression. Like I feel jealous, and then I get extremely sad about it because there were times where I'm like Josh was talking to like some girl that at the time I didn't know who that was, and they were
How dare you.
having. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna be very vague because obviously Josh is very faithful and he's never done anything to disrespect me.
Aw, yeah, you better
But
not
like,
be
there's definitely
jealous.
been like misunderstandings between us, and that's definitely because we didn't communicate a lot.
Which
And
you
so
should.
at one point, he had like this friend that he met, and he never mentioned them, and he never talked about them, or at least not in front of me. And so when I found out they were actually fairly close, I got annoyed and jealous, but then immediately it went into like, well, yeah, why wouldn't he want her? Like, I'm a piece of shit. If he can find someone better, why not? And it goes into that. So like my jealousy is really just extreme depression. It's just sad for me.
Aw.
Yeah. So but again, that's just my internal struggles that I've dealt with. I'm a lot better now, because now I'm like, I trust him. Also, he doesn't do anything to like,
Yeah.
like to make me
Like
think that he's
doubt or-
doing
yeah.
something to ever doubt our relationship.
Yeah.
And I do the same thing. I don't ever invite anyone or anything that's gonna make him doubt that I'm faithful in any way. So, but yeah, that's what I've dealt with when I was younger. But thankfully, I don't really deal with that anymore, and I feel secure more than anything. So
That's good.
I'm happy.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't have
But
to beat him up.
Yeah, no one like. No one has to beat him up.
Oh, okay.
Unless he fucks up in the future. And even then,
I'll be number one.
I'll be really... Yeah. I'll be there too. What?
He's looking at you.
No, he's not here. He's actually like trying to fix my AC right now in my car.
Oh.
I know. Yeah, I've been driving back home in 100+ degree weather without any AC in my car.
Bro, that's my coworker too. What the hell?
Yeah, it's literally hell.
I would die.
I always have like a big thing of water with me so that I don't pass out when I drive. But goddamn, it is hot.
Oh my gosh.
It is so hot. Yeah. Anyways, back on track.
Oh yeah.
So where do we draw the line of it being healthy and a normal reaction as compared to it becoming like abusive and controlling? Like, where is that line? Is like jealousy, when you feel immediately jealous, is that like in a way like an abusive trait as compared to it being normal? Does that make sense?
No, it does. I'm like thinking because I have a coworker and she was telling me how her husband's really jealous. And like he gets jealous, like she said this one time, like TMI, but she was wearing like a strapless dress and she was wearing a bra and she was saying how uncomfortable it was, so she took it off and just was letting the girls out, loose.
Yeah.
And she said that her husband didn't like that and he got really jealous because of other men that would see that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay. But
like,
he didn't like force her to do anything, or like he didn't yell at her, or so I guess like, okay, I understand why he got jealous, but at the same time it's like maybe like him not like crossing the line where he gets like violent or like forces her to like put on a sweater, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like that makes sense, but I still feel like he's insecure because of that. So is it normal?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So it's kind of like in situations where it's typically a woman, women dress or they tend to dress more quote scandalous or more revealing,
Mm-hmm.
ultimately I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And so their
No.
boyfriends or their husbands will say, oh, you're gonna wear that, you're gonna you should change, because then you're gonna get some other people looking at you. Like, is that controlling? Is that like a bad thing?
Yes.
Because I can see both sides, but ultimately it's kind of like, well, if you trust her, you trust her, you know? You trust that she's gonna go and that she's not gonna do anything. And if she does, then she's not the one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like it's not,
And-
yeah.
And
I feel like it's that
say
simple,
that. Yes.
almost.
Yes. And that's my thing. Like, I was thinking that too. Like, if it gets to a point where, like, it's just, the jealousy is just so bad, then maybe you guys shouldn't even be together. Because at that point, it's just toxic, and you guys aren't with each other and accepting each other for who you are, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
In that situation. But if they're giving you a
Mhm.
reason to be jealous because they're over here, like, just straight out flirting and things like that, then that's different.
yeah,
And you
I
should
think
really
that's-
leave them.
definitely. I think if they're constantly like flirting with other people and doing stuff like that, I think that's definitely not okay. I think that's very disrespectful,
Yeah.
especially to your partner. But if you're just like, if your partner is going out and having a fun time, like at a party or at a club, and you're not gonna go with them for whatever reason, I think it's fine. Just let them. And ultimately, if something happens, you will know.
Yeah.
And if they're a good person and they're loyal and they're faithful to you, they're not gonna do anything. They're just gonna go out and have fun and come right back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you'll find out if they're a slut or not. I don't know.
And then that's
Wait,
when you
can we
have a
say that
reason.
word? Can we say that word? Is that slut shaming? Well, I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Like, if you want to go around sleeping with people, that's on you, bro. Just don't cheat on your partner. That's it.
Yeah.
Bottom
Yeah,
line.
exactly.
Yeah,
like,
bottom line. Like, you want to go around, that's cool, man. You do you.
Be single.
Be single, enjoy it. But just
Yeah.
don't cheat on your partner. Like, don't do them wrong.
Yeah. Or like break up with them and then do what you want.
Exactly.
Yeah. I never understood why, like, when you ask people that have cheated why they cheated, and they were like, well, I wasn't happy in the relationship.
Then leave.
And I'm always like, then why didn't you fucking end it?
Yep.
Just end it. Just leave them alone. You know?
Dude, yes, Pedro and I love, well, he got me into it. Like, he loves to listen to, like, the Reddit, what is it?
Me too.
Like, with the cheating and all that.
Yeah, me too. Me
Dude,
too.
the affairs, like, it's crazy.
Love it. It's
and I'm
crazy.
just like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
It makes me mad.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of, like, talks and podcasts about that, about like cheating and
Yes.
stuff like that. It's interesting.
But throw hands.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, Pedro's definitely not the jealous type at all. Like, he's always like, you can wear whatever you want. Like,
Yeah.
he lets me, like, talk to whomever. If I want to go out somewhere, like, he's okay with it. Like, things like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Sometimes
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes, so Pedro's like the type of person that, like, if somebody needs a ride home, like, he'll give it to them. And sometimes it's females. And he'll tell me, hey, babe, you know, I gave so-and-so a ride. And I was like, oh, so now you're just driving bitches around? And, like,
Pedro's too nice.
and it, like, bugs me because I don't trust other women. Like, I just do not trust other women. But I've also given, I think it was, like, one guy a ride or whatever a couple times. But that was it. And it's funny because we were talking about this at work because when it was raining, like, a couple months ago, one of our coworkers didn't have a car at the time, so he was gonna walk home and get soaked. So my other coworker, who was a female, picked him up and gave him a ride home with her daughter in the car, right? And, like, she didn't even think to say anything because there was, like, she wasn't making a big deal out of it. But then I guess her daughter like said something about the man that she gave a ride to in front of her husband, and he was like, he like looked at her like, what the fuck do you mean you gave a man a ride, you know?
Yeah.
And like he didn't like it, and he pretty much told her to never do it again. And I'm just like, why? And then he straight up told her like, had I seen you in that car with the man and our daughter, I would have probably like driven into you out of rage.
What?
Yes. And I was like, it's a ride.
That's insane.
Isn't
He's
that
actually insane.
That's what I
Get away from him, girl.
No, dude, but she's just as crazy. Like, she's the same coworker
match made in
that
heaven.
Dude, she's the same coworker that tracks her man wherever he goes, and if he turns it off, she'll call him and be like, "Where are you? Like, what are you doing?"
Oh, I see.
And they've never like cheated on each other ever. And they
Yeah,
have their kids and
because they're like constantly tracking each other.
bro, it's insane.
That is insane.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell, dude? With your baby in the car? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Anyway, then I think of couples like that, and I'm just like, what are y'all doing? Like, what are y'all doing?
Y'all need to stop smoking that crack. Jesus Christ.
Honestly, bro.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I just thought I'd share that.
Funny enough, the next question is, have you ever dated someone that was too jealous? Or the jealous one? I'm trying to think back to all my ex-boyfriends. All 100 of them.
No, dude, I
kidding.
never... I would have ended that so quick. I don't tolerate shit from nobody.
Yeah. All of my relationships were like too short.
That too.
You know?
But nah.
No, Josh is very like, he doesn't express him, like he is expressive, but not like, it's typically like in a positive way. Like if he's struggling with something like emotionally or internally, like he'll keep it to himself. So if Josh is ever jealous, I can't tell.
What? Typical man.
Or he's never told me. Yeah.
Typical man.
But yeah, he's never like told me to change or anything like that, or I can't go out with wherever I'm going. You know, like he's never been like that. He's
That's
like,
good.
okay, have fun.
That's how Pedro is.
Yeah. Also, yeah, he's never told me to change because we pretty much dress the same.
I love it.
T-shirt and jeans. We both literally have the same attire all the time, so. And just in general, I don't really wear revealing clothing, so. I've never like been in a situation where he was like, "Oh, you're gonna wear that? You go change, because my titties are hanging out." No.
Girl. Yeah, Pedro likes that he has something to look at when we go out. Just kidding.
Oh, God.
Just kidding. Speaking of yesterday, I guess I wore a shirt that was showing a little bit too much. Because, you know, I'm a busty girl. Like, I'm a busty girl. So I was wearing a shirt, and, like, I didn't think it was that bad. But my coworker who loves to tease, she was like, "Adriana, come over here. Let me take a good look at you." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "What you doing with all this cleavage out?" And yeah, she said cleavage on purpose. I was fucking dying, dude.
Oh my
and
God.
I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You can't be walking around like that with that tight shirt, showing them around with them tight pants." And I was like, first of all, these pants are tight because I gained a lot of weight. And she starts cracking up. She's like, "What's your husband say when he saw you walk out the door like that?" I was like, "He was asleep, okay?" And she was like, "Ooh, child," because she always says that. And I'm like, "I'm trying to get me a new set of furniture." And then she starts cracking up, and she like high fives me. And I was like, "And for the record, like I can wear whatever I want whenever I want. Like my husband has no say in what I wear." And she was like, "Okay, girl, I hear you." But yeah, that shit was funny, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Telling you, I love my coworkers, man. It's really good. But yeah, dude, I had the girls out yesterday at the office.
Yeah, it's hot out.
Girl, the girls needed to breathe. I had a couple babies wanting to come. I'm just kidding.
Oh
Wanted to
God.
come to my arms. Just kidding.
Jesus.
I'm kidding.
I dress like a pilgrim.
I'm done.
I look like I stepped off the Mayflower.
Oh God. You have them long skirts,
Yeah, bonnet.
a
Got my hair
bonnet.
braided. I show
cannot.
absolutely no skin. I'm not even like.
I know
not
you're
even
not.
joking.
I
I'm-
know.
Like the most skin I wear is like, or like the most
That
skin
you
you'll ever
show,
see me.
yeah.
Yeah, that I show is like when I wear shorts and like a t-shirt, and I never like go outside with shorts. It's mainly at home.
And even
I
then,
realized
your
that
shorts are like down to
Yeah.
your ankles.
Yeah, I dress like a conservative woman, but I'm not a
Mhm.
conservative woman. I don't know. I think it stems from like,
Mhm.
was it body dysmorphia? Because
Yes.
I've always
Mhm.
been, I've been a pretty heavy girl my whole life, most of
Mhm.
my life. So
Mhm.
like a lot of that stemmed from like I didn't want to show like fat rolls or show more than what I had to. So I
Makes
always dressed a certain
sense.
way, and
Mhm.
it kind of just stayed with me as an adult.
No.
I am trying to stay healthier though, like trying to move more, and I'm trying to do more stuff just 'cause I want to live longer.
Girl, it's hard.
It's hard, but
I love to
I
eat.
try to. Yeah, I know food is too
Mhm.
good, but I try to do fun activities. Like I try to bike when I can, and I try to like.
Mhm.
Josh got us this game on the Switch. I forget
Mhm.
what it's called, but it helps you move and stuff and keep your heart rate up, and
Is it the fit?
it's really fun. Yeah, it's like the fit thing, the
Well,
Ring
you
Fit.
have to. Yeah, yeah.
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 Yeah, I have so much fun on that. I'm fucking tired after like 10 minutes,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's a
really
lot of fun.
good.
I highly recommend to anybody that's listening.
I haven't. They're not sponsoring, but just do it anyway.
No,
Whatever.
Nintendo will never sponsor us.
Bunch of cheapos.
Cheapos, they'd probably think we're too crude.
Mhm. True.
Okay, so I guess
Uh-huh.
one final question before we move on to the Reddit.
Uh-huh.
Can people control their feelings? And I guess this is just in general. Can people control their feelings? And if so, should they? Shouldn't they? I think it's kind of like an open-ended question about being expressive versus being like completely like unemotional.
Yeah.
Because I've met both, and they're
Huh.
both weird. You know.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to hear your thoughts on that before we move on.
You can control them to an extent, a certain extent, because I feel like, okay, like you feel jealousy like right away, and for people who get like extremely jealous, where it's just so extreme, I feel like people like that are the ones that need to control it, and
Yeah.
they need to find maybe like a different outlet, a different way to express themselves, to learn how to like reel it back, like to acknowledge like it's okay or like normal for me to feel this way, but I can't let it get past like this certain, like to a certain line, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like like we can't control that initial, like when it just hits, you know, whatever emotion it is,
Mhm.
unless of course you're just like you just become numb to it, because there are some people who are just like whatever about everything.
Yeah.
And I always wonder, like, does it hit them, but then they just kind of suppress it, you know?
Yeah.
Like how maybe that's just their mechanism where they've learned to just suppress all of it, which is also not
Yeah.
healthy,
Yeah.
not at all. But I think you can control it, to an extent. Because I think
for
if we all
sure.
just ran amok, like, we would all kill each other.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, in terms of like controlling our emotions, I always think of extreme cases.
Yes.
So, just in general, anger is, for the most part, a very negative emotion that we experience. And so, extreme anger, especially in society, can be very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And you can think of examples like criminals,
Mm-hmm.
extremely violent people that have been locked up for their crimes, for like assault and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think in in those cases, I think if you have anger issues, for sure, always try to seek counseling, especially if you're aware of it being an issue
Yeah.
for you. Because eventually, if you don't control it, you probably will end up in prison. Um, yeah, I think in general and how we function together, like humans are supposed to live together. We're not supposed to, well, we're not supposed to hurt each other. Like that's the point of law, right? Is to stop each other essentially from killing ourselves or like from killing each other, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. So we don't really value anger as much as we would have if we were like cavemen, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So definitely, if you have issues with that, definitely seek out help. You know, someone's always willing to help if you're willing
Yep.
to accept it. But
agree.
yeah, but it's also the opposite too. Like I've met people that are very like almost robotic, you know, where they don't express any emotion.
Mm-hmm.
And I always think that it has to stem from like their childhood. Something must have happened.
Like a lot of trauma.
Yeah, where they've experienced so much trauma and so much stuff that they've just repressed everything.
Yeah.
And of course that could lead to other mental health issues as well. So yeah, it's I think emotions suck in general.
They really
Sometimes
do.
I wished I was a robot. Especially when I'm feeling like angry or very sad. I've always
Why?
wished I was like a robot. Where I'm
telling
like, okay, only logic, no emotion, only logic.
I wish I were a gnat. I would have just been alive for a couple hours.
I wish I
and
was
that's
a bear. Then I could be as aggressive as I want to be.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, isn't that what you? Yeah, that was. You said you wanted to be a gnat. I said I wanted to be a bear.
No, I want to be a gnat. Or like a tree or like a rock or something. I don't know.
Yeah, a tree is a good one actually.
Yeah. But then they'd probably cut me down anyway, turn me into toilet paper or something.
Oh no. Not you being toilet paper.
Yeah.
It's a full circle.
A gnat it is.
But yeah, those are all the questions I have for you.
And yeah.
Do you want to go into the Reddit stuff and then wrap it up?
Yeah.
All right. I'll have you read because I can't read.
I can't read. Okay.
I can't read. You
Am
want
I
to start
reading?
with
Uh-huh.
the my ex-girlfriend got revenge?
Damn, this shit is... Okay, so the whole thing, like all three of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
That shit got me heated.
Okay. My ex-girlfriend got revenge on me, and I'm so broken.
Mhm.
I, 25 male, have been with my ex-girlfriend Carly, 23 female, for nearly 10 years. We were high school sweethearts, and we had a good relationship up until after she completed college. Adulthood has been putting strain on our relationship, so bills and finding sustaining jobs has been a challenge. We started arguing a bunch and just started overall being annoyed with each other's existence. We weren't sleeping in the same room, let alone being intimate. It was a tough time to say the least. We tried therapy and I felt like it wasn't working. I honestly wanted it to be done, but I couldn't break up with her because we lived together and she helped me get out of debt.
Yeah.
So I did something horrible and I started cheating on her with her childhood best friend. What a...
Yeah.
I thought she would never find out, and my gosh, I was wrong. Yesterday afternoon, I came home and she wanted to talk, and without hesitation, she jumped straight into it and asked me point blank if I was cheating on her. And I, of course, try to lie, and she just starts laughing and says, I knew you weren't going to admit it, but I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt. So now I just feel less guilty. I just confessed to her, and she just looked at me and didn't have any expression nor speak. There's a lot of
Yeah, this
errors.
guy can't type.
He was probably so like, well, whatever. When I finished, she just laughs and told me, and I would never forget it. Honestly, it's fine because Louis was over last weekend and we had a great time. My heart dropped to my stomach because Louis is my big brother. I just thought it was a low blow on Carly given she knew how insecure I was about my brother. He's the golden child and literally always did things 10 times better than me. I'm stuck having to have some sort of relationship with him, and meanwhile she can just drop her friend. My chest and heart has been hurting so much since I found out, and I'm so broken. I know I was wrong for cheating first, but if she knew, why didn't she break up with me first? I called off of work because I feel like throwing up just thinking about it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
First of all,
Yep.
you are fucked up for not breaking up with her because you were using her to get out of debt.
Yep.
That's number one.
Number 1.
Number 2,
2.
don't fucking get mad at her for cheating on you with your brother when you are over here cheating on her with her best friend.
Yeah.
Like, I get
Yep.
that 2 wrongs don't make a right, but that's what you get, baby. Karma.
Literally karma.
Karma, bro.
Oh my god.
Why didn't she just break up with me? Because she wanted to hurt you as much as you hurt her. Like, why? If you wouldn't have done it in the first place,
maybe you should have just fucking broke up with her.
like, and just, I'm done.
Yeah.
Why didn't she break up with me first? Oh, bitch, why didn't you just break up with her instead of using her for money?
Yeah. Oh my god.
I hope you threw up.
I hope you got fired. Yeah, like the guy is literally like, "Oh no,
What a
it's the
fucking
consequences
weenie.
to my actions."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What is wrong with? Oh my god, dude. I hope you get chorro.
I don't know. This one, like, I was reading it and it just got me. I was so mad. I was so mad for the girl.
Dude.
He was like, yeah, I know I cheated on you, but it
Yeah,
wasn't that bad. She was
no,
just a friend.
Yeah, like, this is my brother. And for the record, you don't have to keep a relationship with the family member just because they're blood.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
you
you
can
don't have
literally
to.
drop him anytime.
Literally. So don't use that as an excuse. Like, you're just trying
Yeah.
to justify. Man, fuck you.
Man, fuck this guy. Honestly.
Bruh.
Jesus Christ.
Girl, that's right. You get back at him.
Fuck his brother again just for typing that
Yeah.
out.
Right?
Fuck it. Like, fuck out of here, man.
Mm.
I swear, like, some people are, like, the worst.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, something bad happens to them and they're like, why?
Oh, but,
Why?
well, what I did wasn't that bad. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my god, I only cheated on you and took all your money. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
dude. It was only
You
your
didn't have
best
to sleep with
friend.
him.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Give me his number. I'm gonna find him.
No, yeah, like, drop the number. Drop the addy. I'll be there tomorrow. Shit.
Poor
Anyway,
girl,
I hope that
man.
girl is thriving.
Me
right
too,
now.
girl. You go get some good dick, girl. You deserve it.
Yeah. I hope, just to make it worse, I hope she, like, dates his brother.
And they fall in love, and then
And then
they
date
get
him hard,
married.
too.
Yup. They get married if that's what they want.
Yep.
Have children.
I
if
hope
that's
they
what
have a
want.
baby I hope they have a baby together. So that guy. So that guy.
We're evil.
No,
but I
just-
hope she finds something way better than this.
Yeah.
Because she
No,
doesn't
I
deserve
just-
this.
yeah. I just hate it when people, like, that are obviously very, like, bad play the victim. Like, I really like, you're
Bro.
not self-aware. Like, really?
My
What the
aunt's like
fuck?
that. I can't stand her. That's why I cut her out. See?
Yeah.
You can cut out family. Cut them off.
Yeah. Simple
That's
as
it.
that. You get some scissors and you cut them out.
And that's it. Get the big boy scissors. The big girl scissors.
Big
And bye, bitch.
Yeah. Okay. One last Reddit post and then we'll end it. The jealousy in a relationship, why is it normalized? So
That
this
one?
is kind of like, yeah.
okay.
So this
Okay.
is kind of like the opposite end, almost. You know?
Okay.
If you read it. But yeah,
Mhm.
we'll read it right now.
Are you gonna read it, or am I gonna read
No,
it?
I can't read.
Okay, I'll read it. Hey everyone! So I came out of a serious relationship a few months ago. It was the first time I was in a relationship with a woman where we discussed marriage and she'd met my parents and I met hers. It ended just before Corona started and lockdown gave me the chance to evaluate and process its ending a bit more. The breakup was mutual, it just wasn't working. One thing I reflected on was my lack of jealousy.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember
thought this
being
was interesting.
constantly asked by my girlfriend about jealousy and why I didn't feel it. She'd say that me not feeling jealous of another man flirting with her or her flirting with another. Okay, the grammar here is
Yeah.
with
yeah.
other men was hurtful. I simply couldn't get my head around it, though. I hate the language of she's mine, he's mine, as there's no ownership element in a relationship, and I'd always say that, but it would spark more arguments. If I fully trust someone, why would I be jealous? Exactly. I consider jealousy to be a negative trait, so why is it indulged? Even a friend of mine recently told me it was something I should have felt more. A woman I would be with would be a fully grown woman who'd have agency and is capable of making her own decisions. I trust her, so why would I need to be jealous? It troubled me when this was something my own girlfriend felt. Is it an issue of internalized misogyny? And does jealousy in a relationship have its roots in a patriarchy which states that a woman is a possession of a man? Huh.
Yeah, I thought this was such a good post.
Interesting.
I've like heard of like stories of people just like, oh, I've never felt jealous. You know, why would I? You know?
Yeah.
And it's like baffling. I'm like, what?
What do
What do you mean you don't feel it?
mean? That's crazy.
I think it's great though. I think that's so great.
I think you need to have the right amount of it for a lot of people,
like
because
a balance.
yeah, because I feel like some people might take it as if they're not jealous, then they probably just don't want me as much. Like they probably don't want me,
Yeah.
you know? So I can see that.
Mhm.
Is it
Yeah,
internalized misogyny?
Internalized misogyny. I don't know, but the whole possession thing when it comes to love is a very interesting concept to me.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't, and for anyone that's listening, if you guys haven't watched it, watch The Haunting of Bly Manor. It should be on Netflix. I highly recommend it. And that show really was like the difference between possession and love, and how when you're in love with someone you feel possessive as compared to when you're in love with someone and you don't feel that, or you're not like that, if that makes sense. I don't know. I highly recommend it. It's a really good show. You see the relationships on both ends.
Yeah.
And it's sad because that shit had me crying. I watched it with Julio. I was so sad.
What?
We were both crying.
No way.
But it just in general is such a good show.
Okay, I'm gonna add it to my list.
For sure. But yeah, I really like that that he brought up the topic of like possession, because a lot of us do feel like that, you know, like you see someone else hitting on your man or hitting on the person that you're with, and
the
you
first thing that
immediately
comes
you're
out
like,
of your
who
mouth,
the fuck is
yeah,
this?
like this is my man, or this is
Yeah,
my
this
woman.
is mine.
Mine. I peed on it.
Mine.
Mine.
Oh my god.
Mine. But I mean, I'm just thinking like, because you always say this is my, like you're mine, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've ever said that to your husband, but I know I've said that to mine, like you're mine, you know?
Yeah. I think we've said it like once.
Once.
Yeah.
Now I remind Pedro every day, you're mine. Tell them bitches.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, I did sign that marriage contract, so technically.
Technically.
But I think there's definitely a difference of like, oh, don't like you're mine in like a romantic way.
And then
as
no,
compared
bitch.
to
Yeah, you're mine. If
yeah,
you leave, I will kill you and whoever
yeah,
you're leaving
for
Yeah.
sure. Like
Yeah.
that's it. I think jealousy is very like it gets obviously it gets dangerous. Like if it's to the point where you're seeing someone and you like. Let's say you're seeing a guy, whatever,
Yeah.
and then you guys have been dating for a while.
Yeah.
And then you're at the club and someone else flirts with you, and then later when you're with your boyfriend, he like chokes you out and he's like, "Who the fuck was that?" Like obviously that's crazy.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
insane. But
Yeah.
yeah. Also, if you view people as like possessions rather than actual humans, isn't that like a antisocial
Yes.
like antisocial behavior in general? So
yeah.
maybe you're just a psychopath.
That's exactly what it is. Like, you need pills or to be locked up. I don't know. With a straitjacket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was a really good episode.
Dude, this was really good.
Yeah. You're welcome. I'll try to
What?
think of more.
Please? I'll see if I
Yeah, I know we share the family brain cells.
I probably
but
don't. I feel like you've been using it a lot lately. It's my turn.
Yeah,
Please.
I've used all my power to like read a book, so.
Oh god, no wonder I couldn't find mine. I was like, what's going on?
I think this was thank you so much for sharing today.
Yeah, I feel like what
it
I
was
said
very
didn't make any
insightful.
fucking sense.
Yeah, same.
What?
I always feel like that. When I talk, I'm like, I feel like I don't make any sense.
Same.
But then my friends understand me, and I'm like, oh, I'm fine.
Oh, nobody understands me. They're like, what did you just say? I was
What'd
like, I
she
don't know. I guess I
What'd she
slur.
say?
I slur too much or talk too fast. One of those.
Oh, then you're gonna say you slurp too much.
That too. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, guys. I'm
No,
kidding.
she's
I'll
not.
stop talking. Yeah, I am. I'll
Oh
stop
my god.
talking.
Anyways,
Huh.
yeah. Thank you so much for
Thanks for listening.
for joining us, for viewing, for listening.
Uh-huh.
We always appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
As always, let us know what you thought, your own experiences, your opinions. If you think that we're wrong, then tell us. If you think we're right, tell us.
I know I'm not wrong. Get out of here. Whatever.
Yeah, we're never wrong.
No, we're
Cousin
not.
wives are never wrong.
Never, ever, ever. Just ask our husbands.
Yeah, they can confirm that we're always
yes,
right.
they can. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, also if you guys have any suggestions for like certain topics you want us to discuss, please let us know.
Please.
Also, let us know if you're a jealous person. I would
Yeah,
love to
put
hear
it
if
in
you
the
are or not.
comments. Yeah, me too. I want to hear stories.
I want to hear stories
And drop numbers, because I will call them and be like, what the
and
fuck,
addresses,
bro?
GPS location,
Everything.
phone numbers, fax
Mhm.
machine, everything.
Email.
We will.
Yeah, we'll reach out
I was
to
gonna
them.
say, my brain just froze. Sorry.
I know, I was like, we're going to finish that thought?
Yeah, no. Anyways,
And, yeah.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Bye.
They're cousins and their wives. Don't you know they're the cousin wives? With all our money and I need to. Who knows what the hell they're gonna do? Don't wanna listen, well, it's true and bad. One of them laughs while the other gets mad. Check your man and check if it's butter. Cause this show ain't no like no other. It's cousin wives.